Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, it is all about Cole Palmer. Thank you, Manchester City, for an absolute gem like Cole Palmer, a player that you could possibly do with currently, a player that is a very, very powerful, a very, very unique piece of the puzzle that we have at Chelsea Football Club. And I'm so happy. I am so happy. More than you can believe. More than you can believe with Cole Palmer. Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk a lot about Cole Palmer, things that he has said post-match as well, things that Mauricio Pochettino has said post-match after the Burnley win. So we're going to touch base on all of this stuff about Cole Palmer. I feel like it's right. It's rightly now we talk about certain players, with the international break just, now upon us at the moment. It gives us an opportunity to really assess and praise certain individuals and also critically look at few individuals as well. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Cole Palmer. For me, honestly, I think when we first heard about this particular news that Cole Palmer was the one that was coming to Chelsea Football Club during the summer transfer window, I think most of us can put our hands on our hearts and say that we probably didn't expect this. None of us expected Cole Palmer to be the player that we're linked with, that we want to buy and bring into the team in terms of giving us that creative sort of threat, in terms of giving us some goal threat as well, with Nkunku being injured. There were a whole heap of other names that was floating around. Cole Palmer's name definitely wasn't something that was in the back of the Chelsea fan base's mind. And this is where I guess good recruitment, scouting comes into play. Things that we don't know as fan base, and we're not experts. Of course, we're not experts. You expect the Chelsea recruitment team, the scouting team, to come out and do a bit of madness, and madness is what they have done. Cole Palmer, look, we might have wanted someone who's a little bit more experienced in the sense that they've got a lot more games under their belt. They know, they've seen hard times, and they know exactly how to get out of those hard times. But one thing we need to appreciate with Cole Palmer, and the price looks quite reasonable now. Thinking about what his potential could be, one day down the track if he continues in this trajectory. The price of 45 million, I think that's what we got him for, seems quite small at the moment. But at the stage when we bought him, I think a lot of us were saying that maybe around 40 million would have been nice. But regardless of that, what we need to understand with Cole Palmer is he's been part of a team with Manchester City that's won so much. So he's coming from a winning culture. He's coming from a institution where Pep Guardiola was his manager, school of Pep Guardiola. So he understands the tactical side of things. He understands exactly how to open up the opposition. He understands what he needs to do to get the best out of his teammates. And as I said, that winning habit, seeing so many trophies, like Cole Palmer at such a young age has he's a treble winner, and he's helped out Manchester City to a certain degree last season as well. Even this season, earlier on, he was helping out Man City massively. And it seems like right now, honestly, Man City could do with a player like Cole Palmer, with no KDB there, and Phil Foden really not stepping up to the plate from that creative sense. Also, no Rodri. You would have thought that someone like Cole Palmer would have added something to Manchester City. So I thank Manchester City, and I thank Cole Palmer for, accepting the Chelsea offer, and also, feeling confident about the project that is being built at Chelsea Football Club. It seems to be a good business that Kovacic has gone that way, and we've taken Cole Palmer, and I feel like finally we've got one up on Manchester City. And as Matisse so aptly put on Twitter, that Cole Palmer is the revenge for KDB. KDB was a Chelsea player once upon a time, and what he could have been with us, I suppose. And obviously now we know what he has become at Manchester City, and hopefully Cole Palmer has the same level of impact as KDB has had at Manchester City. Let's have a look at some of the things that is being said on Twitter and in terms of the news that's floating around for Cole Palmer. But before that, I just want to quickly show you, ladies and gentlemen, the way Cole Palmer is playing right now. We've seen one game where he's played as a 10 just behind Nicholas Jackson, which was against Brighton in the Carabao Cup. And then the next two games against Fulham and Burnley, we've seen Cole Palmer play on the right side, where he is drifting centrally as well. But he does start things off on the right side. It's not like he hugs the touchline. Look, me personally, I don't really want Cole Palmer to be an out-and-out winger. I feel like he doesn't have that explosive pace to be an out-and-out winger, and that ability to take on players 1v1. I do like him through the central areas. I feel like he's so intricate with his passing ability. He's so clever with his movement and how he drifts into the box in these sort of areas, whether it's on the left side, whether it's on the right side, or even through the central areas. I think it's very important that we start utilizing Cole Palmer more centrally, in my opinion, because of his passing range, because of his vision, because of his movement, and a player that is capable of scoring goals as well, and loads of assists, and which will help out the striker with Nicholas Jackson. So look, my euphoric situation down the track, if we can ever get there, would be whether it's Jackson or Broja, doesn't really matter. Both healthy competition. I would like to see Raheem Sterling on the right side. I would like to see Mudryk on the left side, because I feel like Mudryk, he needs to continue on. I don't want to put a halt on his progress just because he had that slight injury against Fulham. We took a bit of a precaution on him against Burnley. I do want him to come back into the team. And then I want to see Cole Palmer through the middle. And you know what? I feel this setup, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset now that, there's no Conor Gallagher here. Look, once again, this is nothing against Conor Gallagher. This is just for the betterment of Chelsea Football Club. Obviously, I would use Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo in the double pivot, but the focus is on top. Like, I feel Palmer being here will be lethal, and he'll be able to link up with Mudryk, Sterling, Jackson, or Broja, and he'll get the best out of all of these three players in and around him. And Palmer being the linchpin and really pulling the strings. So my euphoric situation down the track, ladies and gentlemen, would be Cole Palmer through the middle, and Sterling on the right, Mudryk on the left, and Jackson up front. I think this setup will have loads of goals. Sterling is very unpredictable on that right side. I know he's done very well against Burnley on the left, but I feel on the right, when he starts things off as the widest player, he can either cut in like that and be direct, which will then bring in players like Palmer, Mudryk, and obviously Jackson, or he can start from there and hit the byline as well. And once again, Cole Palmer can come into these areas, Mudryk can come into these areas, Broja can be a little bit more central, and he can help through that situation as well. So similarly with Mudryk, I feel like he can do a lot of damage on that left side as well. So this is the euphoric situation that I would like. Let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to that setup. Now, let's have a look at some of the news that's been floating around. Mauricio Pochettino described Cole Palmer as a link player, and that was his most effective function in the win Saturday. What did I say? This is the link setup. This is the setup that I was just demonstrating to you guys, which for me is the link setup. He further goes on to say he often drifted inside and swept the ball over to the left flank when he saw an overload of Chelsea players ready to attack. A very intelligent player, Cole Palmer. There's no doubt about that. When you come from the school of Pep Guardiola, you best believe you're an intelligent footballer. And Cole Palmer, he just comes across a particular individual that is well grounded, level-headed, and I feel like he reads the game very, very well, man. And we've seen that with his numerous interceptions that he makes. Mauricio Pochettino and Cole Palmer, he's a very talented player and he has a quality and understanding. He surprised me when I arrived because it was the day before the transfer window closed. The way he reads the situation, there you go, everything that I just said, and the games, what the team needs in every situation. He can be the player who can link with his teammates. He's still very young, but with great personality and great talent. He has the talent and the quality which we saw. Absolutely right, man. I feel like he will liberate our attacking players. And he's very important. He must start in every single game from here on in. And I think from the Brighton game, he's been starting every single game. And he truly needs to continue doing that. Manchester City did not want to stand in Cole Palmer's way when it was clear he wanted to leave for Chelsea, and he would have been useful to Guardiola given his current injury concerns. But his loss is Chelsea's gain, as Cole Palmer has shown glimpses of him being more than an out-and-out winger. Honestly, I feel like he's not really a winger. Yeah, he can play on the right side. Yeah, he can play on the left side. There's no doubts about that. But I think he's truly a number 10, someone who can play just behind the striker. And yeah, he's young. There's nothing to say that he can't turn out to be as good as KDB down the track. And I know KDB's name shouldn't just be thrown around like that. KDB is an exceptional player, legend of the game, legend of Manchester City. But, you can see the ingredients are there for Cole Palmer. This is what Cole Palmer was saying post-match. I was just happy to help the team. I'm really pleased to score and get an assist. But the main thing is getting the 3 points. And with that, we did that. Fantastic. And well-taken penalty as well. I'm happy Chelsea's kind of decided who the penalty taker is. Looks like it's going to be Cole Palmer. Would have been nice to see a striker take that, like someone like Nicholas Jackson or whenever Armando Broja is starting. But I have no qualms about Cole Palmer taking it. As long as he can keep slotting them away like he did against Burnley, rack up the goals, my man, rack up the goals and keep getting those assists as well. Cole Palmer further goes on to say, it felt really good to get my first goal for this club and my first in the Premier League too. In the first half, I don't think I was really playing up to the standard. In the second half, I went back out there and things seemed to click. Yeah, it's good to be very honest with self-assessment. It's not just Cole Palmer. No one played good in that first half. And yeah, second half, it was a different kettle of fish altogether. It was a different beast. Players came out with a lot of intensity, a lot of energy, and a lot of intent. And I absolutely love that. We knew it was an important to get a good result, to get to go into the international break with. So yeah, it's a big win for us. I think our quality shone through in the second half, and we were ruthless in the final third. Absolutely right. It talks a little bit about Raheem Sterling. I think both of them being at City together. Hopefully we see this partnership growing as well. Raz put in an amazing performance, but it doesn't surprise us because we know how talented he is. We know what he can bring in the team in terms of goals and assists. We're all delighted for him. Hopefully we can build on this 100%. I mean, a lot of people are still commenting, in a demeaning way towards Sterling that, he only shows up against the smaller teams. Yeah, look, I'm hoping that he starts showing up against the bigger teams as well. I'm fully backing him as well. He's got the skill set. He's got the experience. And hopefully he starts delivering it. I'm not waiting here to see him, not do well. I'll fully wish him to absolutely smash it. And looks like Cole Palmer realizes how important Raheem Sterling is as well for Chelsea Football Club. So yeah, that's a lot about Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about that, what you thought about my setup that I want to see down the track in regards to Cole Palmer, and what you think about Cole Palmer in general. Have we done a great business here with the transfer fee? What is the potential, do you think, with Cole Palmer? How important he is to the Chelsea setup at the moment under Pochettino? Let me know in the comment section. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, just another bit of news in regards to Chelsea sponsorship. Chelsea chased 60 million shirt deal. Chelsea have continued talks with Saudi Arabian airline Riyadh Air over a potential 60 million a year front of shirt sponsorship deal from next season. So look, every time we keep winning, every time the momentum is going forward and the morale is rising, hopefully sponsorship, negotiations, sponsorship talks will, and generally just take place seamlessly, and we don't have to think too much. Winning. It's all about winning. Once you start winning, everything falls into pieces seamlessly. So let's see what happens. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys very, very soon for a live stream. We should bring the live streams back. And we've got the international break coming up, and we can talk about almost everything and assess where things are at the moment at Chelsea Football Club. Until next time, everyone, take care and see you.